Hello guys, so let's do a quick recap of what happened last week. Last prediction was again 100% correct, but it was a unique one because of the CPI data. Let's go for, you know what, let's go for the 4-hour chart. You can see it. We ended up here. The prediction was we gonna see continuation to the 380 area, 382, as we did, but see what the CPI numbers did. It spiked up and immediately reverse and continue with the momentum. You can see the volume, so lots of people was caught here with the long side, and all the short sellers basically enjoys, and all the buyers who wish to exit give the opportunity to exit their position to reduce their loss. Even though the from the option exercise, the 390, 393 was a good close. It basically closed at the area which was assumed, the 383, 382. Let's go for the weekly now. So what do we see here? We saw the attempt to break it, immediately fell down. So we have a continuation. There is no divergence yet. So this is basically continuation. We see the volume from the downside growing. So the sellers are in control. So we might see follow up even again to check the 370. Just looking at the weekly, there might be an attempt to bounce from the 379.50, 380 area. The low is 377, so it might do an attempt to bounce it again, which if it do, could make this, let me change the color, sorry, it can do something like this. So it could be a nice attempt from here to break, maybe to the end of the year, to rest on the 410. But at the moment, it's still a continuation of the downside. I will wait for the reversal. I think it's coming. Let's check something. Let's see. No. Sorry for the waiting. 378 could be an area to rest. The 376. So those are the area it could the price rest on. Do we see anything below? Yeah. 374 even. So for the week, the trend is down. Let's go for the daily. This is live, guys. This is what I'm seeing. I didn't prepare it. Nothing is written. So what is worried me, you can see the gaps. There is a gap. There is a gap. So this is not that good because, again, also this gap was closed. There is a small gap here which need to be closed. And I think this gap was closed. Yes, let's see it here. This is the high, 381.14. This is the low, 381.04. So this gap closed, which is good. The prediction was that we're gonna see the gap close. Sometimes gap is just a gap. But there is, I don't know if you call it a gap. There is a gap here because the price closed here, open there. I don't know if I want to call it a gap. Momentum is down. You can see the volume coming up in here for the prepare of the break. So do the sellers, buyers in control? Not yet. We do have, as we talked last week, a divergence. You can see it here. This is moving up. This is moving down. And now what we got, let me change it. Let's go for the drawing trend line. we have something to wait. We have something here, so we could see it here, and then a break of the trend and the divergence, it could see the reversal. So this week I will probably wait for the reversal. This is 4 days moving down with a gap. Probably will try to close. Let's clear it up. Let's go for the 1 hour, first 4 hours. You can see it here. This is the goal. The goal is 377, touch it and then try to move. This is a sideways move, as you can see it. This is a big side move, guys. This is a big side move from September to December. 3 months of side moves, of moving down, moving up. Now we'll move down. Maybe preparation for next year. Maybe in the second quarter, after it will finish its accumulation and distribution phase, we can see a decision where to go. At the moment, the momentum is for the down, so it will go down and probably try to reverse. I don't know if the reverse will be powerful, but we can see here the volume coming up. You can see it here, but this is with the accumulation phase. This is with distribution phase. Gonna be very unique. The 1 hour chart, let's look it up. Let me clear it. Sorry guys. Oh, sorry, I deleted it all. Alright, sorry guys. So in the 1 hour chart, you can see moving up. This is a break of the trend, coming back up and then reverse. So now this is the beginning of a downtrend. So it probably move up here and then continue lower. Yeah, so this is a nice volume for the downside, for rejection. We are in deep oversold. It's want to move higher, so I will wait. If it want to move up, probably from above the 385, but even if it breaks up, I will not go long yet. I will wait it for the break, retest, resting, and then moving to the upside, because it could be tricky. Let's continue and see what other stocks do, and let's sum it up at the end what I think it will do. Oh, nice resting here. So let's first go for the weekly. The Q's prediction was that it's gonna move down and rest on the trend from above, as it did it here perfectly here with the weekly. It didn't close all the gaps on the daily. We will look it up shortly. So what could be, you can see the volume coming up as the price moving down, so this is not that good. There is no divergence on the weekly, so it means that we're gonna see continuation, but because we are resting above the trend, this is a strong sign. It didn't close as here below the trend. If it was closing below here, definitely I would say that we're gonna see the 257 and even the 250 as a round number. The end targets, you could say, if it wanna moves down, is here, because you can see the high, low, and then resting, and then price section here. So you could say that we probably gonna see the, let's see, the 240 area. Could be very unique for the Qs. Let me check something. If we go to the daily, what we see there, again, you can see the resting bounce up a little bit, which means the price action. Look at this trend line and listen to it. You can see it here, moving below, resting above, moving below, moving above, moving to the trend and moving above. So the price action, listen to it. Should be very careful. Again, we don't see the divergence here. This is 1548, this is 16. So probably, I don't know if it's gonna be red and then coming up again, but there will be, I will wait for the confirmation of the divergence. You can see it here. This is good, so just looking something like this, and then moving to the upside. I think to rest to the 300 to the end of the year, we have about, I think, 2 weeks, yes. Could be a nice ending for this. I don't know. Some of you call it good year. Most of you maybe call it bad year. This is the daily. If we go for the 4-hour chart, you can see it resting basically on the 272.3 as we predicted. Again, this is a spike up. So this is not that good because this is the next target, 240. So if it closes below, I don't know if it will take time, but it will reach to the 241 area, 240 area, so be prepared for it. There is a gap to close here. You can see it 262. You can see it here. You can see the gap which need to be closed. So gonna be interesting to see if the buyers will commit onto the trend and hold it above, and even if they will take it for the downside, they will take it from here. So you can see even if you break the trend, it doesn't mean you will immediately change it. You could go with the trend just for above, but this is a power move of the buyers. So let's see how much money they have to control the downtrend. But this is a good one. This is the beginning of the trend. Listen to create it, try to break it, Now let's see if they could. I will wait for the break to the upside. If we go for the 1 hour, let's see what we have. The trend is up, up, up. This is break of the trend, moving up, trying to create a trend for the downside. Didn't create it, just moving down. So this is the beginning. There is a big volume on the down, which is not that good, so have to be very careful with it. Power hour at the end of the session could mean that we're gonna hit the 280 again and then probably reverse and even maybe try to hit the 200. So momentum is for the downside. I'm biased to the downside. There is no divergence there. There is divergence here, but the divergence is way far, so didn't finish. In order to go long, I will need to wait for confirmation. At the moment, I'm biased to the downside. It could reverse and do some 280 bounce and then continue lower. This is this move. Let's go for Tesla and see how it looks. Tesla. Oh my god, at the after hours it broke the 150. At the end of the session the low was 150.04, so it hit my target, not exactly at the in the session, rather after. The momentum is down, not that good, but starting to create a power to the move to the upside. I believe it will make a move to the upside, but not yet. The next target for the downside is at 135, so be prepared for it. You see I don't have any lines below because wow, basically there is no much history. Let's go for the weekly of Tesla, see what happened. See this candle, see this candle, see this candle. This is a red candle, big red candle, almost no wicks. This is the same. So what it did, move down, reverse, continuation. It could happen here because the target is the 135 area here, so $15 more, and then this is a big zone of accumulation and distribution to see what happened there. Of course, if we go below the 130, might reach even to the 115. It will be amazing for Tesla to reach there. All the bars will, I don't know, they will be panicking and buy there just because this is Tesla, nothing else. You can see how it listens to the price. It moves up, breaks, and then the buyers came in here. So this is a good area. Again, they bought here to prevent the price to move below, and here they prevent it to move below. So this is a good zone to reach and wait. So be patient if you are investment if we want to use it as its investment for the big run. At the moment, at the weekly, it's not that good. Let's go for the daily. Daily, we are in a big downtrend. We didn't finish. Many people hoped for, and we didn't finish it. So you can see it here again. 128, 133. My target is 135. If we check if we have divergence, let's go. This is for 30. This is for 39. So just a little bit move lower. There won't be any divergence. So just continuation. So let's see if it could, I don't know, make it move above. Nothing much. Downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. I know this is a big oversold. This is 0.65. See what happened there. This is 150. This is 2. This is 170. It wasn't there. So yes, this is a big oversold area, and this is a round number also. So probably in the pre-market, if it will move lower and then coming up, this is a good idea for day trade, maybe to take it with the momentum to the upside, because this is way too oversold area. And also you can see it here. I don't know if you can see the line. There is a divergence with this indicator. This is like some momentum. This it didn't break yet. So any green candle will create a divergence, and it could be nice for it to move to the upside again. But because I'm biased to the downside, don't be so eager to going long. Maybe day trader, swing trader, not for investment, because it could do something like this, where this is the change, could make it moving up and then fail miserably. So it could move like up and fail miserably. So be prepared for it. So this is Tesla. Let's talk about Apple. Let's hope I remember all the stocks. So my prediction was 137. It reached and even reached the 135. This is the spike we talked about. This is the big sideways move Apple is doing. So don't be so affected by it. This is a big side move. You can see it here. So investors, you are inside move of Tesla for about 2 months, maybe 3 months also, almost. So prepare. This is not that good candle. This is a red candle. This is a green candle. So not that good. Be prepared. If the volume is going up, you're gonna see momentum is going down. The area for Apple could be unique. Let's check it out. Next target, because it broke, is the 130. So it could try to push up a little bit and then moving down. See here, there's no divergence. This is a 513. This is 2. So there is no divergence. So continuation to the downside. It's already tried to broke. This is the low. So imagine what happens if it breaks the 133. Falling. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is the area. It touched here. It's move up. You remember the move. This was amazing move of the Apple. Like nobody even know what happened there. So it just extreme move and then extreme move down. Accumulation, distribution, phase, and then continuation of the trend. If we check the weekly how it looks, you can see it here. So you can see it. Listen to the trend. So we still have the 120. We still have this area. So I will wait. Apple will reach the 50. Any stocks on the Qs reach to the 50 and even below to the 6180. Tesla is going to the 76 area. So Apple need to reach it, and it will. It will take some time, and it will. And this is not that good for the market. Let's go for MRNA. MRNA was an amazing prediction. We ended here. prediction was that be careful from it's gonna squeeze, wanna fall down to the 166, and then it will bounce up with a squeeze higher to the 190, even 200. What it did, move here even below the 163. It closed the 164, 165 area. So this was the area. It tried to break, enter all the short sellers, then it give, and it was a news about some unique, I don't know, vaccine approval, and then it squeezed up like crazy. I don't know what was before. Prediction was right, even though I didn't know anything about mRNA, and it's moved up and then sold off. You can see the volume here. So sometimes learning the price action is good. You can see how it bounced from it, then move up. So this is a squeeze to the upside. What's going to be next week? Next week's going to be interesting because there are lots of buyers which are profit, so probably they will rest on the 185 from above. If they will rest on it, didn't break below, it could be good confirmation of it, of mRNA, to move to the 235er next zone, which is good. Could be interesting. You can see what happened when there is a big volume with the upside. It's moving up and then fade, bringing the bars, and then started to make a new move to the downside. So be prepared for it. There is no divergence yet. Momentum is positive. If we go on, this is the daily. Nothing much here. Let's check the weekly. This is the rejection from it. So taking out all the stop losses, moving to the downside. So a lot of sellers weren't enjoying here. They break the divergence. So guys, mRNA in the long run gonna move. Long run is 3 months, 2 months and above, gonna move up. But how it will do so in the shorter term, probably move to the downside, bring the buyers, and then grinding to the upside. I'm gonna say it's gonna take her much time to grind it. You can see the divergence here perfectly. You can see it, so it didn't line. So if it breaks it, just probably continue to the upside, which is good. But be prepared, put your stop losses. mRNA is known for the squeezes it does. So don't trust the stocks, just trust the price action. NVDA. NVDA, let's go here again. NVIDIA prediction was that I want to see the touch of the 177. It did, and continue to the 189. It didn't touch the 190, and then reverse, big reverse. So it's resting here, which is nice. There is a divergence, which is good. But will we enter? No, usually I like to see this move. I like to see this move and then find confirmation. So if it will rest here, doing something like this will be a good sign to enter here. If it just move up, maybe I will take it for the break. At the moment, momentum is seems to be positive, trying to bring the buyers, so we have to wait. Let's check it how it looks on the weekly. On the weekly, it's NVIDIA try here to break it. So at the moment, it's on the weekly. It didn't finish, but it's on a divergence to the downside. So any continuation lower will clear it, and then we see a move here again to this area to bring the buyers again. So it could be so on the weekly. Let's move to the daily and see how it looks there. At the daily, as we saw it here, it didn't finish, it didn't break, so the trend is still down. It broke the 50, so it means that it want to move to the downside. Let's check the 1 hour, see what we see there. At the 1 hour, it seems that it tried to break. I will wait for it to break the 50 on the stochastic. This is a big volume, which is good. You could see it here. This is a good volume at the end of the session, and hold the 165. So let's see how it opened. You could take it for the short term. At the longer term, prepare for moving down and then coming up with the momentum. Let's see something else. No, seems that it's still. I will look at the weekly, at the 4-hour chart. I think it will want to touch 200 and then move to the upside. This is not that good because if it breaks down, if it breaks down, it means down momentum. Something like this. If it breaks here or resting here, if it will rest, even it will rest, it will make downtrend and doesn't look that good. So far the market seems to move down. We saw the stocks, so it probably push NVIDIA to the downside. Let's go for BA. BA was strong. Prediction was it a continuation for the upside, small divergence, so small move to the upside as it did it, and then reverse. There is a divergence, which is good. This is moving down, this is moving up. There's still divergence, so there are still buyers lurking to move the price action, but there are no much power left. So I don't know if it will be the final move to the upside, because the final move of the upside could be something like this and then a break. So 1, 2, 3, break. So be ready for it. Let's check how it looks on the weekly. You can see it try to grind to the upside at the 200. 200 is a round number. It broke the divergence, so it means it could move down and then move up. So we are maybe beginning an uptrend on the weekly, which is nice. Let's go for the daily. Broke. This is the big volume coming up, which is good. We have the divergence. You can see it here. Also that good. So at the moment, need to bring more buyers, and probably will try to move more higher to the 1, even to the 200. So even though I see the power of the movement to the upside, it needs to reverse, guys. It didn't reverse. 1, 2. Next target, probably want to move a little bit higher, rest on the 180, and then bring the power to the 200. Gonna be very interesting to do so. You could see the divergence on the momentum. This is moving down, this is moving up. Be careful, be careful. I think it wanna move down. Probably small push to upside and then down move. So down. What else we talked about? I think everything. Let's go gold. Gold, I think, also touched my target. 170. Did it? No, it didn't. Almost. The prediction was that we're gonna see it touch to the 170. It didn't. Reverse. So I think that we eventually will see it and then reverse. Nothing much there. You can see this is the daily. Let's move to the weekly. You could see it needs to break the 170 to begin an uptrend, but at the moment 1, 2, 3, this is a break. Probably try to reach, I could say this is the weekly. Try to reach again 170, 180, 175, 180, and then reverse, begin the downtrend on the weekly. If it breaks it, this is, I don't know, give me 2 ways. The first way is to move to the 180, 175, reverse, and then move up. This is the second. It move to the 160 and then move up. So I don't know. And gold moving up, probably market. So finally they will diverge. Gold moving up, stock will move down, which means money is going for the defensive mode, and inflation probably relaxed a little bit, so it gives more room for the gold to move to the upside. This is the oil Dutch target, the 200. What we see here, let's check. This is 4. So we have the divergence. So we're probably starting a wave of accumulation and then trying to move up. Need to touch the 60. This is the target. Need to touch it and then try to reverse, but in a weak move to the upside. So let's try to sum it up. Gonna be interesting, a little bit hard prediction, just because I think market want to reach to the 377, test it, see how it goes if the bar is committed to this price, and then trying to move up. This is a big distribution accumulation phase of the market, preparing for the new year of the 2023, where we have still 2 weeks for the end of the year. We are in a downtrend. There are big gaps, so it's okay, because usually gaps can close in about 1 month, so they can close it. We still have a big gap for in the 420 area. Trend is down. Most stocks seems to pointing down. Listen to the trend and rejected. So yeah, and Tesla and Apple want to move lower, so probably will push the stock lower. If the stock market decides to do the opposite ways, then all the buyers will come suddenly, just reverse the plan. So good luck, people. A little bit, yeah, tricky. So good luck and trade carefully. Bye, guys.